The PKR Masters is PKR's most prestigious monthly event with a buy-in of $270. This is life-changing money and therefore attracting PKR's top competitors. We're going to be looking at a game tonight from the 1st of September and your commentators will be Dan Grant and Scott Shelley.
New hand.
Well, it's set up to be quite a tournament. Brother, as I say, he's the one who won the Masters first. Let's have a little look.
Raise.
Well, that was 2008, 26 grand. If he wins tonight, he's going to get 25 grand. But, of course, there are a number of other decent players at the final table. As it comes round to Atkins, 20.
Yeah, a lot of familiar names here for me.
I think Kasaka, who opened to 12 grand with the ace-jack, I believe he has made the final table. Yeah, he came 5th in April, just a few months before this.
Great spot here for Els. Really tough here for Kasaka.
Yeah, he's
stacks just
so short stacked.
It's like really when he opens here, he shouldn't be opening to fold, but it's a spot where I don't think Els is like much. I'm not a fan of that.
Could you forgive him for shoving?
I think passing along is just going to be better with the player behind. I mean,
wow.
If the flop's going to come Jack Jack 7, then peeling's probably going to be the best option. Okay. But you can't really tell it's going to come Jack Jack 7 when you make that call.
And well, there's 101 in the middle. If you're Els, what do you do here?
I mean, stack size wise, it depends on that really. I mean, checking behind is an option as well, but I think betting here is going to be better in the long run.
Yeah.
And she's going to feel a bit sick when she sees the hand.
Yeah, 2 outs. She doesn't get it.
Yeah.
And that's that, a crippling blow on hand number 1 of the final table.
Yeah.
Well, she's not out. I mean, she's still got 11 big blinds, which is not a disaster.
It's not morphine drip, but she knows that she hasn't got all day. She's going to be looking to find some spots to get it in now.
Yeah, that's right. I did mention at the top of the show some people who'd come 5th previously. Kudos, the Brit, who's in the 2 seat right now. He came 5th in 2009. Kasaka as well. And David 211288, he came 5th in 2010. He's actually the one who's got, I think, 1.1 big blinds.
Such bad timing. It's unfortunate for her. She can't do nothing wrong there. 11 bigs on the bar and she has to shove the king 9, looking to pick up the pot. And she's walked into the worst hand. She would rather see 2 aces.
Let's see the flop. And here's the turn card.
And that's all she wrote.
Yeah, that's right. No 10 ball, no queen ball, just to keep her hopes alive. Well, that is the end of the road for Els. And it's 9th place. It's 2 grand. But, well...
She's going to be disappointed, definitely.
That's right, but
she did nothing wrong.
Well, and she goes on to better things. We look into our crystal ball and discover that she goes on to win this competition. So check into PKR TV at some point in the next month or two. And,
can you tell me when I'm going to win my next tournament?
Oh, yeah, it's going to be 2016.
I'm not playing till then.
You might have to, bruv. You'll be getting into the stage 1s by you'll be smashing those little $2 lotteries by the time it gets to 2016.
David's had quite a result here with Els busting because he's laddered up with 2 bigs.
True that. He's made himself $500.
He's going to hopefully hit a 3 out here, but it's looking unlikely for him. He's got backdoor spades, and that's it.
Yeah, that is it. As I said, this is David's 2nd Masters final table. People are lucky to get 1. Yeah. He's got 2, but that is a disappointment on the day.
I'm pretty sure he's not going to be as upset as Els might be at the time.
Yeah,
I think if you get there with 2 bigs, to ladder at one place is pretty successful.
Indeed. Yes, it is. But a lot of these guys are accomplished, and they'll be looking at the 25 grand up top.
Yeah, I didn't mean he was trying to ladder up.
Oh yeah, no, I was moving on.
It just worked out fortunate for him that.
Sure. Here we go. The chip leader. He's won it before.
Raise.
But his chip lead is not that significant, really. There's a fair bit of play. In this.
no one's critically short now. Now that the 2 big blind stacks gone, everyone's got a stack where they won't be just open shoving. There's going to be some flops. There's going to be some.
Yeah, and only one man in Masters history has ever gone back to back. Pat Ivey, PKR Hall of Famer, and Bublik is on course to do the same.
Yep. I like shoving here. I think with that sort of stack size, if he's up against a good player and he free bets, it looks so strong. He's playing like 23 big blinds, so it's a sort of stack size that you would be free bet shoving. It's like if he had a hand like Ace 10. Or Ace Jack, he wouldn't free bet, he would shove. So you want to sort of do that.
Shows kings.
Not a fan of showing, but unless he might be looking to pick up some pots later on
Right.
and use that image.
Well, it is the Battle of the Masters. Bublik, kind of a strange-looking record, really. Just 9 tournaments played on PKR, 4 final tables, and 1 win. And that was last month.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, he got 25 grand for August's Masters victory.
Fold.
Yeah, I think he basically turns up for the big ones
Raise.
and does very well.
Seems so.
And the man, min raises, as is their wont. And Kasaka, looking to improve on a previous 5th place, gets out of the way.
Yeah, another fold here. Kudos with a hand. He's going to be looking to get it in here. I think he's going to be shoving.
We're fortunate enough to have met Kudos.
Yeah, really, really nice guy.
And, yeah, really good player.
Definitely.
Fold. Fold.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did they fold the 10s that quickly?
Yeah.
How much are they playing, the 10s?
Couldn't tell you.
Who was it?
Couldn't tell you.
Okay, Kudos has got that, so he's going to...
Hand.
That's really odd.
Yeah, that is really odd. Oh, well.
I mean, pay jumps are big, I guess. They don't want to take any chances, and they're going to be flipping at best, they feel. But I think that's a call for me.
I fold.
I know Kudos is a good player. He's going to be shoving quite a few hands there for less than 20 bigs. 10s is pretty strong.
Well, Kasaka, he's got the 2nd biggest stack at the table. Might be the type, if he fancies 17.5 grand in the middle.
Yeah, I think he can find a better hand than Queen 5 off. You want to do it with hands that if you do get peeled with, you're not going to have a really ugly time.
Great spot for Brother. People are not going to give him any credit for this kind of hand.
Yeah.
Kudos makes the move. This could be the end of his tournament or the start of a wonderful run.
Yeah, this hand plays itself. I'd imagine a pretty quick call here from Brother.
Well, it's 140k more.
Yeah.
It's not quite half his stack.
Nah,
It's a sizable amount, but he makes the call.
It
in
is
the
a
end.
sizable amount, but you
Yeah.
have to be calling here. He's going to have so many hands in his range.
Wow, and these races are just
Yeah,
ridiculously
Kudos
crucial.
has just got 6 outs to brick and he does it.
Boom, there we go. Wow. I mean, as Rhinoceros told me earlier on in today's studio session, winning races is one of the keys to poker.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
Oh, yeah,
ridiculous. I mean, the difference that we're talking about there is quite possibly 2.5 grand or 25 grand.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, but, you know, it's the game we play.
You need to win them important races to win tournaments.
Yeah, that's right. It would be interesting now to see, with virtually the chip lead, how Kudos goes about his business. But certainly losing a pot will not put Brother off.
Bublik, I think, is going to be shoving this one with a stack size. Yeah, lovely.
I'm all in.
Ooh.
I tell you what, it would be a fine final 3 if we were to get Kudos, Brother, and Bublik. I mean, any one of the other former finalists as well. High quality stuff.
Ace Queen passes.
Well, it's 100k more. Obviously, Kasaka is getting out of the way, we would
Yeah.
assume. Which leaves Brother, I mean, now it is a sizable portion of his stack.
Yeah, it's... Wow, this is... I think this is a fold for me.
Well, it's also player dependent, right?
Yeah.
You now have to go into your own
Fold.
I don't,
history with the player.
yeah, if you think they're a decent player, I don't think they're going to be shoving that wide of a range. I mean, obviously they're going to have to be shoving reasonably wide, but King Queen doesn't play that well, I don't think, for half his stack. I mean, a lot of times you're going to be dominated.
New hand.
And he opened from pretty early. It was
Yeah.
the 2-seat, wasn't it? Therefore, someone
Yeah.
shoving on you
I
has
mean,
got to give you a bit
if he
of credit.
sees his hand, then he's obviously going to make the call, but he's open to see a pair if he does
fold.
call.
Okay.
I fold. Fold.
I don't think Kudos is shoving worse, ever.
It was Bublik.
Sorry, Bublik.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, but you're right.
So it's
yeah.
the same thing, really.
Yeah.
They're both competent
Exactly,
players.
yeah. Kasaka, short stacked, I believe. Oh, no, sorry, he doubled up, didn't he? So,
Wouldn't have minded him making it a little bit more just from the small blinds, because a lot of players will always peel from the big in position.
and what's your feeling here? Is Brother going to go for the 30 grand in the middle? Yep. There he goes.
I actually wouldn't have minded either. I feel like if he had a little bit less, then I wouldn't have liked to peel, but I think he can peel there. He's just got enough. He's in position, heads up, and he's got a hand that I think flops better than any other hand in the world. Jack 10 suited.
And in this situation, if you're 4-way, you might consider the call with the eight with the raggy ace against a player who's very aggressive. But you're what, 8-handed, 9-handed?
Yeah, I mean it's
You're definitely not going to make that call at that point.
it's just too much of your stack. I feel at this point.
Okay. New hand.
I mean, you're going to be you're right in thinking you're going to be ahead of his range a lot of the time, but you're going to be coin flipping against every hand.
Yeah.
There's not one hand you're going to be in good shape against unless he
And
happens to have
really,
ace deuce.
It's reasonably early on in this final table, and that there's a lot of play left.
Yeah.
Everyone's hoping that it
Yeah,
won't
I mean,
come down to that.
no one's really that deep, but it's definitely not a matter of shoving. It's a matter of picking the spots well.
Well, Atkins 20 has picked this spot.
Yeah.
Oh dear. I was about to say he's going to chop it up and at least increase his stack a little bit.
Yeah, brother's going to be reshipping here and isolating unless Kudos finds something in the big blind. Which would be pretty sick. No. Easy fold for Kudos. Double check the Queen 6. Yeah.
Well, a big stack has
Yeah,
got
it's an easy fold for them as well now.
enough chips to be... Yeah.
I think they're making the call, and they should be, with that stack size. And oh,
Wow.
wow,
Here's
2
the
outs.
turn card.
Interesting card.
Let's see.
Oh, dear, oh dear.
See, I hate that. I'd rather just miss the 10.
Indeed.
Why give me the hope? It's like, oh,
Yep.
he's got 3 outs.
That is brutal. Well,
Unlucky
Atkins,
Atkins.
yeah, Atkins 20. He picks up 3.5 grand, which is his best result to date. He's won a prime time, he's won a prestige, but no Masters title.
Yeah,
this
he couldn't do
time.
nothing there. 10 big, 600 with that hand. Has to get it in.
Yeah. And now we are just starting to approach that kind of devilish short-handed zone where we
Yeah.
start to really find out who's going to try and win this tournament without the cards. Big stack opens the button. He opens himself up to a reshove from a good player, and there it is. Queen Jack of Spades easily enough. Just
deliberating a bit.
Yeah,
Just get.
well, it doesn't want to
it's
be
a
seen
tough
that- yeah.
decision.
Fold.
I don't really like doing that just because I think I want players to know that I'm opening light. Like, if you get re-raised, just fold quickly, then they're going to like, well, he can raise with a hand that's not a monster.
Well, also, there's another... I mean, correct me if you disagree with this, but I feel like I don't want people to think that they're putting me to difficult decisions that I'm struggling with and
Yeah.
tanking. I want people to
Yeah.
think that I'm comfortable
Knowing
making
exactly-
a decision.
yeah, you know,
basically.
yeah.
So if
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, no, I agree.
agonising over it, then they've got the moral upper hand over me.
I don't think I've ever like Hollywood a decision. If someone's moved in on me and I'm not I know I'm not calling ever, then it's a fold.
Yeah, I don't... Especially online, I don't think you gain much from doing that.
And I think another thing, like you said as well, like say you did have a hand where it is quite marginal, but you just feel like it's a fold. Just fold quickly and don't think about it, and then they won't put you on a stronger hand as you have.
Yeah.
Fold.
So if you're tanking and then you fold, they think you're folding strong hands a lot of the time.
Wow, this is an interesting spot.
This is really close. I think where's Kudos seated? It's hard to tell. I mean, they're 5-handed. This is. I think it's a call if he's got 100k more. He's
Oh,
made
he makes the
It's
call.
close. It's close. I don't think it's a bad call. It's so close.
Oh, and
Wow.
he's hit it. He's hit it. This is
It's-
massive. This is absolutely massive. Only a queen will do.
This is the river.
I think stack size wise, it's usually a call. It's just situationally wise, is he
Right.
going to be doing that light?
Wow. Well,
But-
no back-to-back titles for
Yeah.
Bublik. That's
Really unfortunate for him there.
it is extraordinarily unfortunate, really, given the situation.
I'm pretty
as
sure
well.
if you ask Kudos, he passes ace-10 there. I think that was literally the bottom of his range to call there.
and the extra percent or two for
Yeah.
being suited as
Yeah.
well. Wow, that was incredibly close. Well, there we go. Bublik in 6
Really
for 4.5k.
Raise.
We're not going to get to see his mighty skills, but there we go. And Kudos, well, goes from strength to strength
Yeah.
now. I mean, very fortunate there, but still. Brother opens. Gets the flat from Big Stack. Kasaka, it's 15k more to Kasaka, but it's the kind of
No.
hand.
It's just, nah,
Yeah, okay.
don't do it. I mean, I think if it was 10k more and it was suited, then I think it's fine. Just because, again, it can flop better. But what sort of flop are you looking for with King 6?
I fold.
Anything with a king or a 6.
Nah, but it's, you
No, I
got,
know.
like, this
Yeah.
sort of flop here is going to get him to trouble.
Yeah, then you go out, basically, don't you? And feel terrible.
Like, yeah, he's got the best hand here, but he's going to have so much equity to fade.
Wow, and this is going to be an interesting spot. Big stack.
Aggressive checks, that's interesting. He's obviously going for the check raise.
Yeah.
I bet.
And I'm pretty sure Big
Wow.
Stack can't continue.
Yeah, he's got 230 behind.
Yeah, I
he's
don't-
asked for all of it now.
Yeah, I don't see how you can make the call here. Unless you're just so sure that they always play a flush draw like this.
But even then, look at that, 53%. I mean,
Yeah.
I know you've
And that's
literally got the pods.
that's with having the ace covered as well. He's only got 10 and a heart,
Oh.
or 10 and a heart at the moment.
Yeah.
Is he going to flash him one? No.
Tough spot. It's certainly going to...
Be interested to see how it played if the ace 10 had led out. What the ace 3 does if they call, raise, fold.
Okay. New hand.
Well, it's working out for Brother 81, who's just...
Yeah, both him and Kudos are just
Yeah.
chipping up nicely. Easy fold under the gun.
24 grand in the middle. Only 5 away now. Big stack. Coming off the back of that unfortunate
Yeah, I like
fold.
shoving there.
I'm gonna fold.
It's like 15, 16 bigs. On the button, pick up that dead money.
Yeah, and there's almost there's almost a sense in these situations that it's whoever's closest to these two short stacks where in the blinds who can get the money in, that they will, like, as a group, keep the pressure and keep them down and not let them back in the game. Or you go for the piranha versus piranha and make it and attack the guy who's doing that. But I mean, that obviously comes with its risks.
Yeah, for sure. You don't really want to be looking to take on the only guy that can damage you when there's so many short stacks around.
Yeah, and I mean, Bublik got 4.5k. It's 5.5k for next, so they've all picked up a decent
I'm
amount.
not a fan of the open limp from the button, and Kudos is going to punish him for it. And I'm not too sure what they're going to do with the stat side. He's
going to shove. He's going to.
Oh, wow.
Let's see the flop.
Right, but how's he going to get paid? 84k in the middle. Could he check?
I'd bet like 24k.
Well, I think the other guy's got less than 100. Is that right?
Look, he did it. I love it. I said I'd bet 24k and he bets like fifth of pot.
Wow.
If he shoves here, yeah, me and Kudos are the men. Now, come on.
Yeah, but he hasn't even shoved.
But now
he's left himself 80.
But he's
Kudos
committed
has to
himself.
call.
Yeah, you just call here. There's no point doing anything else.
Well, I don't think he has committed himself. If
He
Kudos
has.
happened to move in there, I'm
Yeah,
guaranteeing.
but that's why. But you always call there just in
Right,
case.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
passing. He is passing.
Right.
But
you never.
you don't know his hand. You feel like he's committing him. So he's
Sure.
putting over half of his chips now.
Yeah.
And now what's he? Now he's gonna feel like he can bluff the queen. Oh, he can feel like that, but we know he's. There's never a hand in Kudos' reign.
Oh my God,
Like-
Kudos makes the call.
I love his flop bet.
Wow.
His flop bet did it.
Well, that is the end of the road for Kasaka. That's a 5th place, followed by a 5th place. So I couldn't improve on it this time. But that's 5.5 grand, 4 left, and
I'd really, really liked his bet just because if he checks, it looks strong, and if he bets normal, it's just he's not giving his opponent any room. There, he can make it look like he's sort of like, oh, let me just stab at it. I've got an ace. Let me just try and win it for the smallest amount. And if he puts in chips, I can fold.
I raise.
But as soon as Kudos calls the flop, you know, like if I'm at that table, I know Kudos has got a massive hand.
yeah.
If he had a drawy hand, he would just shove the flop when he calls for that sort of spot.
Well,
But
that's
well
it.
played anyway.
4 left in the Masters. Brother 81.
All in. Fold.
I like the move. We haven't really seen that kind of pre-flop play. It's been kind of like peeling and then.
Oh, I definitely prefer this. He should either be shoving or folding with his hand.
But up until this point, he hasn't taken that line. But that's good. There was absolutely no question. He was. He was.
Feels like
straight in
Brother's
there.
opening too much, and he's gonna shove over a hand that, if he does get called, he's likely not to be dominated, and he's gonna have a hand that flops half decent.
Yeah, and well, looking at Big Stack's record, Prestige win, Prime Time, High Roller, Monte Carlo,
Yeah, he's
High
played
Roller,
really well.
loads of wins there. So not to be underestimated.
Like to see him make it 24k. Yeah,
I raise.
good lad.
There we go. And the man we've seen very little of, but he's found himself.
If he's getting the 4 deuce off every hand, I don't blame him for not being
Yeah.
involved.
And actually, he's never had a.
This is an interesting spot. Because Big Stacks opened off like 18 bigs.
Wow, look at Kudos' chip lead,
He's just putting
800k.
in the pressure.
There you go.
Wow,
Wow.
gets a snap.
I like that just because he's had a plan. He's open to call off. Oh wow, he's got the free roll.
Let's see.
That would have been sick.
Yeah, it would have been sick.
Yeah.
Wow, I really like Big Stack, even though he's the short stack. He's stepped up to the plate.
No, but not only that, he's playing his hands really well. Oh, look at this spot.
I raise.
He's looking to anyone to shove now.
And it could be him.
No,
Nah.
I don't know if he shoves that.
Yeah, we haven't
Oh,
seen.
brother gets involved with this though.
Wow.
It's got awkward stack size here. It's sort of like shoving feels too big, even though it's only like 25.
It's going to make it like 55, 60 or something.
Yeah.
Hope that Kudos.
I'd probably make it 64 or something. Yeah, that's too big for me, but it's just too big for me because I don't think you're ever doing that with a bluff. So like if Kudos has got a weaker hand,
Wow, he's
so like
made-
say Kudos has got like ace-9 here, or like
All
Yeah.
in.
he's getting away from it.
Right.
But he's got a hand that's going to have equity against jacks.
Well, this is.
He's just not giving Kudos any room.
I mean, this is a critical part of the tournament right here. The two best
he's-
players.
That's it.
Yeah.
Let's see
Yeah.
the river.
Wow, that is it. Kudos has basically knocked off the danger man.
I don't think Kudos is ever peeling a free bet there. So I don't think Brother's got to worry about making it too small and pricing him in. I think free betting small there is going to just give him more room.
Yeah, well, the Swede, he gets $7,000 for the win, but having won it before, he would have absolutely killed to win it this time.
Yeah.
And now, the green light for Kudos to go on and.
Oh yeah. And look, he's just getting so many spots where it's just like this is just so simple for him.
And it must
Like,
look to
even-
them like he's at it. a
Yeah, I
fair
mean,
bit.
even if handed raise is an easy situation, but it's just a situation just so easy. Like,
Yeah. Well, hand the man. We got two Dutchmen here. Hand the man 15. We've hardly seen at all, really.
he's just
but,
been
well,
quietly just
staying
collecting
out
the
of it.
money.
Yeah, and this is his 19th final table, his biggest ever result. He's going to get a minimum of 10k here.
Nice win, the 5-figure scores now.
All in.
Oh, Kudos is definitely applying the pressure now. I
Right,
love it.
yeah.
I love it. Oh wow! See, this is a good reason for it as well. If
Wow, how did he pass there? With 89k left.
It's-
I know that
I
there's
don't
a
like
money
that pass,
jump.
yeah,
but
I don't like that pass, but
you're so short you have to call, surely. He's got
yeah, this is why
six
Kudos
bigs.
and this is why Kudos is doing it as well because Hand the Man's in the big blind. Hand the Man can't call even with like I think ace a half decent ace.
Right.
Just because with the ICM wise, it's just ridiculous with the other
short
guy with
stack.
80k.
Yeah.
And it's just the way the seating is.
Oh,
and look at this,
dear.
it's just working out perfectly for Kudos. Every
Wow, and
hand.
hand the man limps
Yeah.
rather than raises because
And his fault, yeah,
yeah,
he's just,
because he's not trapping.
because he's not. No, he's not trapping.
Well, then he should
even
pass.
thinks he should, but he even thinks that he's got the best hand probably there when he's folding.
Well, then he should shove is better than passing is better than limping. Is that right?
he definitely used the worst option, yeah. But I can see why he's doing that. But he should just fold then for that reason.
It's just the sickest spot
he
for
just
Kudos.
he just
ever.
feels in his head that folding an ace looks stupid.
Yeah.
So let me call.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to raise and then be in a position where I might bust.
It's
before
almost
this
like
guy.
being on the bubble of something,
Yeah.
like and having a bigger stack. If you don't want to play, then just get out of the way.
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
sick. Wow, and the problem with doing it that is if Big Stack gets it in and gets it through, suddenly you and Hand the Man, the two shorties are virtually the same, and you look back and wish that you got the ace
There might
three
be
in.
situations where Kudos will fold to a shove from Big Stack just because he can feel he can grind them both down to absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Before risking doubling one of them up and getting them back into it.
Yeah.
It's just like this spot is just like he's probably laughing at home, sitting like, if I lose this, I might give up the game. Sort of thing. Like, it's just the spot is just beautiful for him. Like, yeah, he can run really bad, but
Right.
apart from that, he's just gonna win.
Fold.
Well, these two might get out now. This is probably something he doesn't want to see really.
Well, one of them's got 100.
There you go.
They get it in.
He'd rather pick them off himself.
And here's the turn card.
Looks. Oh wow.
Oh, he
They're
couldn't-
gonna be heads up here.
Let's see
Yeah.
the river.
Well,
Lucky Big Stack.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I
he played
totally
well.
agree. He did play well. He never really got a big stack
Yeah,
together.
it was just that last free-handed was just a pain in the ass. I've been in that situation before. You just
Yeah.
got to fold a lot of the time, even when you feel like you shouldn't be.
Okay.
Yeah, well, he picks up 10k for third, but he definitely goes down as one of the unlucky ones.
Yeah, definitely. Them and Bublik definitely been the two unluckiest I feel at the final so
Yeah,
far.
and here we go. Heads up, a David and Goliath situation.
Yeah.
But you never know.
All in.
Gets it in. Easy pass for Kudos. I definitely think Kudos is not the kind of guy to give a courtesy double up either.
No. He will. I mean, he won't like cool off in this spot. I don't think ever.
He's also got
But-
like a wife and a baby, so like he's gonna.
Yeah.
Excuse me. He's gonna want this win like 100%.
Oh yeah,
like,
but
grind this win out.
but it's not going to play too cautiously. He's
Oh, no.
He's going to play optimally.
No, but he's
and he's just like.
optimally.
And he's just not going to. You shouldn't ever be giving really free doubles unless like if they've got like four bigs and any
Yeah.
two. But he's going to keep applying the pressure like this, and he's going to fold to a shove here if they shove. But they're going to call sometimes, and a lot like they've been quite passive like this. He's going to bet, and he's going to win every time. he might
wow.
even get the lot here.
Yeah, he might get the lot.
Because you don't feel Hand the Man's ever just flatting with an ace.
Sept.
So he's going to feel like Kudos is going to feel like he's got the nuts here, barring the guy having King 8.
Well, the question is, what does he
There
do?
you
He
go,
shoves,
and he's calling.
Kudos calls. This could be the Masters title right here.
Yeah, I mean, it should be a quicker call, but I think he's going to realise that once he. Oh wow! Wow, that shocks me. That really does shock me. I just don't feel like Hand the Man's ever got an ace when they flat there. I mean, he's been playing the table with him, so maybe he knows something I don't.
Okay.
But from what I've seen, I just The head's up now, so he's got
He snaps him with the king.
he's got no ladder jumps to get to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here's the turn.
So he's never going to be...
Well, 7's good as well.
And here's
Oh, he hits it. He hits it. Well, you know what?
he got there in the end.
Yeah,
but,
he did get there in the end. What an entertaining final table. Lots of high quality on show, but Kudos comes out on top and wins 25 grand.
Well, congratulations there to Kudos on winning a fantastic 25 grand. Scott, hello, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. A word on the winner.
I mean, it was a pretty sick final table. There was a lot of good play there, and it's going to be a matter of who's going to run the best and make no mistakes. And I think he didn't make any mistakes from what I saw, and he ran well when it mattered, which resulted in the win.
And Dan, kudos on kudos.
Kudos to Kudos, indeed.
It's just embarrassing,
It's
it really
terrible.
is. Any hard luck stories?
Yeah, you're always going to get a few at the final table, but there were some critical moments there. First hand, basically, Els with the queens. She got unlucky. Probably, I would say the person who can feel most aggrieved is Bublik. Trying to go for a second title, he got his ace-queen outdrawn by the eventual winners, ace-jack in. Probably the kind of turning point of the whole tournament there. He should have gone on to win, or could have gone on to win. Brother, another guy going for a second title, he lost a race, which, it happens. And Big Stack as well. We both thought he played pretty well and could have gone further. His A7 just couldn't quite hold up at the right time. So, a number of hard luck stories, but it's just brutal when there's so much money on the line.
There is. Thank you, guys. And thank you for watching. We'll see you again next time at PKR TV.